Your dad told me that if I wasn't genuine or if I was too happy, I didn't hear the rest. Because it's not if, it is both, without a doubt. I am genuinely too happy. And y'all don't want me there. And I know you mean that. I believe you. Oh, yeah. You pay attention to her. You pay attention to her. That's your mama. I asked if y'all wanted me to come there and love you and never stop, and y'all said no, and I believe you, and I respect y'all for that. Because if you would have lied to me and you would have let me come there and try to love you, it would have been way worse. Because people that don't want love get real mad when you try to give it to them. Did you know that there was doodle hate clubs on Facebook? Did you know that there were Facebook groups that were dedicated purely to the hatred that a mass amount of the population has for doodles? Fluffy butt doodles. I'm not going to show you mine because you don't want to see anything else. You don't want me to give anybody else my attention. You can't stand it that I'm happy. And you can't stand it that I have all that love that I could give to you and I can make you that happy, and you won't let me. There are people just living their lives. There are people that go to work jobs at banks and stuff, and they come home and they get on their computers and they hate on poodles, doodles. They hate them. I would love for somebody to explain that one to me. You know that the breeder, the man that originally, back in years and years ago, that originally created the breed that is now the Labradoodle. He did it because they're hypoallergenic. He was a doctor, I guess, one of his patients that had allergies. And he said that he had, what was the words that he used? He had unleashed Pandora's box. He had basically released the hounds of hell. Satan was running rampant in the world now because of that. Because that much happiness, the world was not ready for it. And if it wasn't ready for it then, it sure as hell is it now. And do you know that being around people that miserable, just one day today, being around the spirit of people with that much self-hatred, people that were so mad, you know why they were mad at that man in the casket? They were mad at him because he was dead. And they were jealous. It pissed them off that he looked so peaceful up there. Somebody put a Milky Way chocolate bar in his pocket. And I thought, that's interesting. Somebody knows him really well. They know his favorite chocolate bar. Until we got to the cemetery. And we went to get out, and I said, it is so hot out here. I went, somebody put a chocolate bar in that man's... It's going to melt on him when he's in the ground. They weren't being nice. That was mean. People hate themselves. A lot. And that love's got to go somewhere. So as it seeps out of them, the more they realize, the more they believe, the false belief, let me...